Right, so good evening, everybody. And so, how was our day? And we welcome to today's training. And of course, crypto is entering another cycle of crypto. And it's so important for us to identify it and then work by it. I'm just going to wrap up some little things today. And the previous time I was discussing with us, I said, if you are trading crypto, fantastic. That if you are trading crypto, the end of your trading is not just when you buy and sell. That's the end of your trading. That's not the end of your trading, and that's what last time we were talking. I told us it's not enough to trade. It is important to conclude your trade. Conclusion of your trading is ability to hold your profit and take that your profit to increase it when there is a downtrend. I think I've been saying this since when BTC was at about 10.4, that actually what was the first cycle to finish this cycle that we just concluded was 10,400. And it gave an extra, we like call it, every Nigerian person call it Jara, okay? We call it Jara. So it did a nice job to have given us Jara. And of course, the point in trading is being able to decide and take what you see on the table. We tell people, no person who take the profit from the table ever go broke. This guy is wicked. He thought to drop very well. I think I set a price for this guy at 36,000 Satoshi. Okay, no problem. Please don't worry. This guy is still going to come down because this is fake breakout. Okay, but because BTC ought to stay for some time on ground and consolidate, you may still see BTC down to $8,300. So don't panic. Okay, what's this? BTC. So I'm still expecting BTC down to $8,300 possible, and it became 8,000. So remember I started buying back from 9,150, and then of course my other order that was 8,890 must have been taken in. Then that was, I think, the time that this guy was here. Let's go. I'm going to show you something you guys ought to be adopting, and I don't know. See? Okay, look at it. I'm expecting BTC to the previous support of about 8,200, but even possibly if it refused to get to 8,200, but at least 8,300, something somewhere here. Is it a guarantee? No, not a guarantee. But don't panic. There was an algorithm that's revealing to see Bitcoin. Okay, in the previous chart, I was checking to see Bitcoin. Somebody is going to shout now. To see Bitcoin form what they call cup and handle and come down to this place. Maybe a sharp drop anyway, but it's not a guarantee, guys. So don't put the trigger on my head. Okay. To still see more further drop of Bitcoin down to this place, 7,000. And that was the price it was January this year, okay? To form a cup and handle down to this place. But never mind. It may not get there, but it may get there fine, whichever way it does. It's not an issue. What's an issue? If you have missed out of not have sold at 10,500, because what I told us that we're expecting that breakout and that trend that started from here to land at 10,400. In fact, I start telling people to start selling from $9,500, 10,000, and then we actually supposed to have a double top up to 11,200. But of course, and well, we saw. So I remember last week or last 2 weeks, I said I sold up my coins in BTC, any coin in BTC, any of my BTC that I made profit in BTC had been sold to USDT. And after my selling, the guy was doing some deceptions over and over here. It wasn't my business anyway. What you need to know is that I've sold my own at 10,400, 10,200, 10,100. And no matter what guy is doing, it's none of my business. And remember that, of course, I have, particular fractions that is in my holding. Okay, if particular fraction of the coin is in my holding, the one I'm swinging and scalping, I've sold at 10.5. No matter what BTC is doing at 10.5, and then it's now at maybe at 99949 or 9992, 95, 98, I'm not going to buy. I have to wait for the guy to come down very well, at least 9,000 or 9,150, because to see a good margin of my profit. And that wait again for the guy at 8 plus, so it's almost 8.5. Before tomorrow morning, if you take this candlestick, let me show you something. Oh, the guy want to break out. Okay, the guy want to break out. The guy want to return back. I was expecting this candle to be red, this one. If eventually the candlestick, let me take 4 hours interval. Okay, if this candlestick gets red, then expect more drop down. Okay, expect more drop down. But nevertheless, if you want to buy some BTC now, maybe you have some money in you have some USDT in or I think I need to buy back this guy. I think I keep one small little fund here. Let's go show you something. Okay. Don't mind the market in Yobit. They are stupid people. Okay, so they are wicked guys. So don't ever you mind these guys. Okay, so let's go back. So basically, I have told us something that should be very, very fundamental to us. That either the market has finished spiking or not, once you buy Bitcoin or any coin at all, once you're doing your trading, okay? Once you're doing your trading, and here you go, you bought, look at this place, I want to show you. We said you must have coins in your holding portfolio, coins in your swinging portfolio, coins in your scalping portfolio. More and more of coins that's meant to be in your holding portfolios. It's not compulsory for everything, okay? It's not compulsory for you to have all the coins here, PNB here. Uh, you mute yourself. Please, can you mute yourself, Daniel? Okay. Okay, so now here we go. We said you should have coins in your holding, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Self, ETH, NEO, XRP Link, EOS Dash, BAT, ENG, BNB. Okay, sorry. Even this guy, you can hold some of it. Ion, you can hold some of Ion, and there are a lot of coins that I can't exhaust them. Please, I want to let us know something. Holding coins, you can hold at least maximum of 10 in your holding coins, okay? Let's say out of these guys, now this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. More up to 40 of them. But of course, we don't have all the time. Bemisola, please mind your mic, please. We're not going to have all the time, all the money. Because if you look at it now, even when you're holding 10 coins, how much money do you have to hold on them? But this is the best strategy. If I have intention of holding 10 coins, I'll check in order of priority. Maybe as a Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, NEO, Link, and EOS. Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, NEO, and Link. Then I can start increasing over time, add up BTC, XRP, ENG, BNB, DGB, okay? And so in that order, so I can say, okay, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, ETH, NEO, and Link for the first time. Then later, I can add up, okay? Can add up BTC, XRP, okay? ENG, BNB, and DGB, okay? Depends on you. What I expected anyone to do is that some of those coins listed, you can go back to your coin market cap, not only in coin market cap though, but you can go back to your coin market cap, okay, and say, where's this guy? Okay. You can go to coin market cap, you can go to this guy and check up. There are so many places. Of course, we have some of those tools we had before to be checking some activities. Okay, and there we go. Click here. Click on View All. So it's coming up. Let's turn me up. Good. Now come up and then, so you can check on here. Okay, you can check on here. 1 hour, 24 hours, 7 days. You can look at the past 7 days. Bitcoin has been on consistent dropping for 11% thereabout, and Ethereum has dropped by 15%, XRP 18%, Bitcoin Cash 19%, BSV. I've sold off my BSV since. This guy got to about $400, and Bitcoin Cash, wow, 322, and it got to almost $500, and then so 24%. Okay, last 7 days. Okay, try to have a go deep. Let's go. This algo is not just resting. See this bad guy, you can see Aeon consistently has not even be on the back sides for the past. Aeon is a bad guy, you know. Okay, view chart. Let's check. So finally, the guy did that thing we're saying, silently doing things without looking back. That's fantastic. That's a leap. So look at the big picture. Looking at the long-term view of some of those coins will tell us to, like, you must create a portfolio for holding is to look back at the previous performance of these coins. Okay? These coins have done some crazy thing, about $10 before in 2018, sorry. In 2018, this guy had done almost 10%, $10, about $10. Now, this is the point. In the time we are going forward for the next 1-2 years, most coins that are reasonable coins that in the bear market, they did very well, are likely going to double or triple their previous performances. Now, if that is the case, you just put your benchmark to say, Aeon, if you have done $10 before, if you're going to do triple of what you did, that's $30. But what if you just perform what you did? And how much is Aeon now? You look at it, Aeon is still less than $1, if I'm not mistaken. Forgive me. Let me not commit a blunder. 16 cents, guys. So if it's still at 16 cents, so if I'm going to hold Aeon to hit $10, then there you go. I should be looking at this. Please, anytime as you're doing your trading, always check the long-term view of every coin. So if it's going to hit $10, so, and you're buying it at 16 cents, okay, divide by 0.16. That's 62.5 multiplied by 100. So you have a potential of doing 6,250%. That's 62.5 times of what you may be buying now. So 62 point. So if you're using $100 on your holding portfolio of Aeon, multiply by 62.5. So you are invariably saying, my $100 in the next few months or a year, I should be having $6,000. So what if my investment on Aeon is $500 or let's say $200? So $200 divided by 0.16, that gives us this 12,000, 1,000. Am I correct? Sorry, yeah, 1,250 times, something like that. How about just okay, guys? Oh, the quantity. Okay, the quantity. Divided by 0.16. Okay, that's the quantity you can buy now, 1,250 thereabout with your $200. Now, $200 multiplied by $10, that's $12,500 in the next 1 year or so. Yeah. Now, that's just the lowest we're expecting, but what if Aeon just do $20 multiplied by 1,250 units? So that's $25,000. So now, don't quote me wrong. I'm not just telling you this for fun, but I want us to prepare ourselves very well. So in everything we are doing, we don't need to play, guys. We don't need to play because the space is so crazy with a lot of things, okay? And now, in conclusion, what am I trying to point out here? Now, your trading is not completed if you've not landed somewhere. And where is that landing page? The landing page is the simple thing you are doing in this place is you are doing this, guys. What you're doing is buy low, sell high, and repeats the game. That's a simple thing you're doing. And if you are doing that, that's a simple system of course swinging. You may forget this side, scalping. Myself, I don't do regular scalping. I do scalping occasionally. Okay? I do scalping occasionally. Okay? I don't scalp all the time. I scalp occasionally. What I do very regular is swinging and holding. And I've told you, if you don't have, so what exactly am I supposed to do? Now look at it. Every cycle record ups and down. And that's what you are seeing here in this market. Yeah, this guy must come down. He doesn't have anything to do than to come down. Okay, so the market must record ups and down. So buying low means buy when it's cheap, sell when it's up. Somebody will say, when will I know? How wouldn't you know? How wouldn't you know? All this time, but the difference is this. In long-term view of activities, or when crypto has started this year, or the price that started with, we are still in uptrend. This is last year, the all-time high last year, 13,000 plus, and it took down here and never got down to $3,156, right where it started from. It never come down there. So we're still in upward trend. Just that it, of course, recording ups and down. And so if that is the case, what exactly am I supposed to be doing in my swinging? Don't kill yourself over this market. This market is for you, take it low, gradual, and once you have made sales, that coin must come down below the last price you sold before you buy. No matter what people are saying around you, they say, hey, this coin is not going to come down again. Hey, this coin, I made my money. I've made crazy money on this coin. Let them make. The philosophy is that there's going to be another day, another coin, and another market. So anytime the markets come to my time, I pick it as my time. Anytime I leave my space and go to another person to help them, that's their own chance. So I do not need to keep myself over because somebody, beam. Good. Bought beam, I was just playing with beam in the afternoon. And I bought back at 6,310 Satoshi. So now beam is the one I bought now back. I actually sold at 8,000 Satoshi. So I bought back now 6,300 Satoshi. And this guy went to 9,000, almost 10,000 Satoshi. It was not my business. I was waiting for it. It came down, it didn't come down. It came down flat, man. Came down very well. Now I bought back at 6,310. Now it's trying to come up. It's none of my business. It may come down again to 6,350 Satoshi, no problem. But for this, if I ride it back to about another 8,000 Satoshi, I sell again. Now, what I'm saying that you must conclude your trade by doing this. Simple. Let's take this step. What's the simple step? I am trading. I have Binance. I have BitForest. I have KuCoin. I have HitBTC, and then other exchanges that I created and I added up to. But the major ones are Binance, BitForest, KuCoin. KuCoin, I don't do regular trade on KuCoin. All right, I do much of my trade on Binance and BitForest. And other now that I take advantage of because I do much of scalping on them is CoinsBit. So please, you don't hold coin on CoinsBit. not that I don't trust them, but their activities is still very fresh in the market. And like what I was showing us here, when you come to this market and you've clicked on view all, then the next you go here is to check the volume. Oh, sorry. Good. So if we check the volume, yeah, look at it here. Volume in 24 hours, and we have 26 billion in Ethereum. That's not the issue. And check Ripple, 3 billion, 6 billion in Bitcoin Cash, and 3 billion in BSV, and 6 billion in Litecoin. 6 billion in Litecoin, right? Okay, that's good. 6 billion in Litecoin. And then EOS 6 billion. Look at the volume of money in Litecoin in EOS. Litecoin in EOS actually bigger than the XRP. Okay, so I can perceive these Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin EOS to break out first before XRP, the next breakout down. Tron, these guys are just very stubborn. Tron coin is another coin that we need to have, hold it. And but of course, I've told us we cannot hold all the coins. Okay, so we just need to want to check link. Yeah, I was hearing one news. Somebody was thinking of maybe if you can have some small careless money and buy this coin and keep your coin there to see what they want to do. If they finally get the voting to Binance, that might bring some crazy money. So you can see it's very useless capitalization, just 278 capitalization. So if they go on, what's it called, on Binance, and then they go and do $1. I'm just saying, I'm just kidding, but just go do 5 billion capitalization. That's about, the coin will almost go about 50 cents, and there is not up to 1 cent. That's about 3 penny. And so if that's the case, if this guy do that, so you're going to make crazy percentage. You can just buy like $20, $50 and keep your coin if eventually they do what they want to do on Binance, okay? And so you can have some crazy money on them, okay? And sorry, there was something I need to show us. Okay, let me go back to the trading portion before I come back here. Now, conclusion of your trade is that it must end in USDT. It must end in USDT. You bought Bitcoin, number one, that's different. You bought Bitcoin and traded against altcoin. You made profit of, let's say, 20% or 30% of that coin against BTC, which is here, BTC market. Okay, BTC market. So let's say you bought a link, for instance, when it dropped to 36,000 and you bought, and now link has done 10%. And if that's the case, link moved up against BTC by 10%. And maybe go to 20% before start dropping, and you sold back to BTC. You've increased your Satoshi by 10 or 20%. Now BTC spiked back, possibly break again to $11,300. You sell because you've done 20% against BTC. If that recovery of BTC from down where it is now back to $11,300, if it was 20%, that means 20% plus your 20% of the asset, you already have done 40% against the fiat. What am I supposed to do? I am meant to take that my money and say, please, the profit I've made, don't leave it in BTC. Once BTC have done an all-time high, so you said, hey, guy, you got to be sold at $11,200, whatever, and then there you are. Let's say you've sold this. Let's say it's $120, and you sold it when BTC had gone up, okay, and haven't sold. You have the money. Don't be in a haste. I've checked a lot of people. What killed them mostly is that they're too hasty to sell. If I have not sold my BTC before it dropped down to 9,200, 9,003, I'm not going to sell again. So I have to wait. And that means I follow the guy back to the, to the starting park, and they take me round again and still bring me back. So that's just the difference. So now, if you have sold up here, maybe at 11,000, when it dropped to 10,000, you don't bother. Just expect more drop, of course, to maybe 9,700 or thereabout. Then, the moment it dropped below 10,000, you can start ladder buying. Let's say you have sold for $120. I'm using a practical example here. So you say, okay, this is my $120, and BTC come down to 9,300. So, okay, let me buy worth of $50. I'm just using an example. Let me buy $50. Then you wait again. And there you go. After you bought at 9,003, BTC come to $8,890. Then you buy again, maybe another $50. Then, wow, it's like they said, BTC is not done. Just like what we're saying, that the dropping is not done yet. The dropping maybe 8,300. Oh, is that so? Okay, then let me keep the $20 waiting at $8,400. Since they're saying it's going to come to $8,300 and possibly even break a little low below, or even go to $7,000, then let me just set this and then watch what happens. Then eventually, BTC come down to 8,000 and drop to 7,000. Don't bother, just wait. In fact, immediately you've bought, you can even set your own prices, at maybe 10,005, 11,200, 11,000, and then you go. Now, what you have done invariably is to consolidate your trade, okay? Now, if I didn't consolidate my trade, it's just a waste of energy, because you made the profit, you didn't take the profit from the table, the market returned back, you're just watching the ups and downs. What advantage have you created? You must create an advantage with the up and down follow-up and the pricing. And why doing that? You're swinging. Once you swing, you're not going to give yourself so much headache. You can set your prices and go away, and then none of your business. Now, some people can be making noise. Ooh, I scalped. I did 400%. Wow, crazy. The question you ask is that 400% on what? How much money did he put in that trade that did 400%? A lot of people can come out and say, I did 400%. Maybe he did 400% on $20. So it doesn't make any good difference, no? If you have patience, in 2, 3, 4, 5 months, you can comfortably do 150%, or you can comfortably do 100% on $5,000. You can do 50% on $5,000. So do 50% on $5,000 in 3, 4 months. That is $2,500. It makes more sense than you're trying to be here. Most people who are here are always broke. Scalping. Once you're always scalping, I'm not saying scalping is not good, but do it occasionally. But if you stay on scalping at all time, this is the background, this is the backbone of trade. Just that you need good volume here, okay? So that you enjoy, the breakout. What you are doing here is trading a breakout. Here you're guessing. Some coin can be manipulated. Remember, I said crypto market is being manipulated. Like when I told her to be careful that this upward trend BTC was actually trying to do after we say we're expecting a drop, that is actually a deception. You know, it's going to deceive a lot of people. So many people FOMO it. And then when the price comes down, now, oh my God, I will have waited. Why don't you wait? If you have waited and BTC refused to come up, no issue. There are other coins that will come up. So that's exactly what I always encourage us not to take for granted, because the market have its way of trying our patience and frustrating our waiting, and then you nearly will want to make a very silly mistake, okay? So in the trade, you buy the coin against BTC, it has given you profit, then take that profit. How? Move it to USDT, which is fiat, okay? Move it to USDT. As you move it to USDT, then the price come down, collect it back. Look at it. Some people bought BTC last year, or you have traded BTC last year. Let me use a practical example of a swing. Okay, let's go here. Okay, somebody bought BTC last year, let's say $6,800 thereabout last year, or January this year. January this year, BTC was about 6,800, 6,009. So let's say somebody bought at $7,000. Or you have traded, and then as at the time BTC was $7,000, you've traded some coins and make good percentage. There you go. $7,000, and you bought BTC worth how much? You bought BTC worth $500. So let's use that example. Worth of $500 at $7,000 is 0.071428. Be patient. As BTC was going up, you know, like I said, when it went up to about 9,000 plus, you must have sold some. So, but let's even pretend that you're able to sell your BTC here, $9,500. And you sold how much BTC? 0.071, okay? 0.071428. That means that money is going to be about $678. So you have about $178 as profit. Now, there you go. While you were there, BTC went to 10,000, 10,002. You say, oh my God, this BTC is not going to come down again. Let me buy back. You are wrong. On no account, you buy BTC back higher than this. You must not. So what should I do? You wait. I should keep my money in USDT. Yes, do exact that. Don't be in a haste. Leave that your money in your USDT. Yeah. Is BTC going to fall immediately? It won't fall immediately. It will be doing the magic, but you are waiting for any sliced opportunity. If I were you, I've sold at 9.5, and of course, that's why we're in a community. We're in a forum to interact together, get some update. But be careful, there are so many platforms that will be giving you, we have Signal, we'll give people Signal. I have a lot of platforms can wreck your money. Seriously. Some people will just like, I saw a Telegram group, they are giving Signal, they say we should sell, we should buy this coin. And at the end of the day, you can have 2 Bitcoin, it will take you back to 0.2 Bitcoin. It's possible. So be careful. So you bought, and remember, what you console you is that after all, on that transaction, what you invested was $500. And there you are, you've sold that you have $178 as profit. So why are you killing yourself? So if you wait for a good opportunity, let's say just this time around, you are now buying BTC back. Okay, you now buy BTC back at 8,000, maybe $8,800 or $8,600 or $8,700, $8,700, and then you buy with $678, $670 thereabout. So it's going to buy you this volume. Then you're waiting, say, until I see BTC at $10,500, $10,500. I'm not going to sell. So how many BTC? 0.07777011. So that money would be about $808. I don't think it's too bad if you started the transaction. the trading since last year, December, or January this year, and you've sold, and you're buying back now, waiting till, let's say, by now, this downward trend will still be enjoying it. Today is 26. We should still continue enjoying this type of up and down, maybe some deceptive upward trend, fake out, maybe till 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th of March. After then, we start seeing some upward trend. Does not mean some coins will not be spiking, but what it means, the market to be bullish entirely, may take up to that time. So you wait till that time, and so you start a trade since January to $500, and then you've been patient. You only did trading 2 or 3 times, and from $500 you've arrived at $800. That makes sense. Okay, I'm not talking. This one now is your swinging, not the one you are holding. The one you are holding, the price may even come below how much you bought it previously. You don't bother yourself. Just keep it there. Just be doing what you're doing. It's none of your business. Just continue doing what you're doing, and so you're fine. And so now, eventually, when the price go up again, right, go up, and then we're already seeing this guy is getting tired. Then you sell off some. Maybe after you sold off at, let's say, $11,300, that's when the guy entered 13,000. Don't bother. It's going to come down. Worry yourself. It's going to come down. It's going to come down from 13,000. It will pull back. If I were checking an algorithm that was giving the record, once BTC do 11,000 plus up to like by mistake, jump up to 12,000 plus or even about 14,000. If care is not taken up to about 17,000, that you're going to see a serious pullback by 40 to 50%. You know what it means? So from 40 to 50%, that means coming down from $17,000. So by 50%, it's going to reverse back to how much? It's going to reverse back to about 8,000 plus. So just imagine that. From that 17,000. So assuming you've sold at 13,000 and end up hitting 17,000, you don't bother. When it's going to take a pullback to about 8,000 plus. So you don't get in there, oh, hey, I've sold at 13,000. Hey, if you just come down a little, I'll just buy, because it's like some people say it's going to $25,000. Don't fall those crap. You sold. The mindset is that I've made profit. And so if you pull back very well, I buy. If it does not pull back very well, I won't buy. They keep on doing other scalping on other coins, altcoins, and then until you take a serious pullback. And please, last but not the least, please, if you notice any altcoin you are scalping, like let me go to this place. I think I was telling some of our friends previously. This place. Like some of us who we have some money. If you don't keep some money in this guy, please try and keep some money there on Coinsbit. Okay. I was telling some of our colleagues previously. What's this? Network is trying to.
The exchange is very slow. I don't know why.
It's too heavy with too many things. They are compacted with too many futures, and they did not have what's this thing? So those compacted informations are just, they need to create a lot of things that some plug-in that's will enable these things so compacted. So sometimes the most frustrating side is when you are even opening it on mobile. Get one frustrated so much that let me just do something, because you have to. Okay, I need to get out of this place. Okay, so fantastic. Now here is a place where I don't stay on. In fact, what they call the share show. I do that here, here on Coinsbit. This is the place you must apply your sentiment at all time. If you have a drop in BTC, it's not a big deal. There are coins, if you have a drop on them, you may not go up in the next 7, 8, 9, 10 months, you may not go up again. So you have to apply your sentiment. And what is your sentiment? In most of the coins we trade here on this CoinsBit, I've not seen a coin that's going to be on my swing on CoinsBit. I've not seen. Most of course, the primary coins, I don't need to come and trade it here. Ethereum, Litecoin, what's the need? There's no point. And so some of their coins, I trade them with sentiment. And that's exactly what to do. Now, what is the sentiment? If you look at this, they are BBK now. And I have said this in time without numbers. Say any coin they make an announcement about doing some of the invest box on the coin. And the coin is still down at that time. Sentimentally buy that coin. Once they are making an announcement about invest box of this coin, we're going to do that and all of that. Just buy it. Right? As you buy it, check your market. Most of those coins are likely going to do at least within the few days or 1 week of that period of doing those investments. There's that much chances or possibility of this coin doing above 50%. So what you do, you set your market in tiers of at least 30, 40, 50, and the last part maybe calculating 70%. Now, there you go. The market actually spiked up and did over 150%. That means they have sold your 30%, your 40%, your 50%, and the fraction you left on 70%. And the coin ended up doing 150% and refused to come down. No, don't look at that coin. Just let it be. If you like, let it consolidate and go up again. Congratulations. After all, you've made profit on it. Don't go back there by buying it up. This is the exact thing this guy did, CP. You see? This is the exact thing this CP did. Do you know that this coin that is traded at 2 cents, 3 cents now, many people bought this coin at 120 Satoshi. 120 Satoshi, because the coin rose to as high, was pumped up to 80,000. I'm not correct. If I'm correct, if I'm not correct. 80,000 Satoshi. That was when it was first launched for a few times. That was January this year that the guy went up to that. It was this phase I actually met, 9,100. So when it was now rigmaroling around 97, and then the jump up to 180, 200, 250, 300, and I actually traded it, when it got to. And once you've been able to do consistently on a given coin, especially on this type of exchange, those new exchange, you've been able to consistently trade that given coin, 2-3 times. That's giving you the first shot, that's giving you like 50%, 30%, and all of that. You have traded it for 1 or 2, 3 times. Please stop. Leave that coin alone, especially when it's up in Satoshi. That coin must come down because they will dump it, even though it's going to pick up later. You can see it's doing 50%. Why is it doing 50%? From 2 Satoshi to 3 Satoshi, has done 50%. So, but how many people, even though it has done 50% now, the one you have bought at 97 Satoshi, what can you do? You cannot sell. And so that's why with sentiment, you bought the coin. The only thing you should do is to return to be checking this coin. When will it flat to range of 1-digit Satoshi or 2-digit Satoshi? So you can come back to it. Just like now, I did that to this coin, GST. I wouldn't know what it's doing now. Okay, you can see. You can see it's 1 Satoshi. And this was a coin that did up to at least, it was reasonable, 100 Satoshi. It's at 1 Satoshi. Now, if I have careless money now, in fact, best time for me to buy GST, because you can see that the guy had been doing possibly 1 to 2 Satoshi, 1 to 2 Satoshi. So if you move to 2 Satoshi, you have done 50%. And this type of coins, they give you bigger profit faster, because we said 1 digit Satoshi, 2 digit Satoshi, 3 digit Satoshi will give me better profit than 5 digit Satoshi, 6 digit Satoshi, because for 1 digit or 2 digit Satoshi to do 100, 200, 500, or 5x, 10x is easier than 4 digit, 5 digit, 6 digit Satoshi. You know, that is 5 digit Satoshi is tens of thousands of Satoshi, from 10,000 to 90,999 Satoshi. That is 5 digit Satoshi. So, you know, such coin that is there will not give me more faster profit like the one at 1 Satoshi. From 1 Satoshi to 10 Satoshi is 900%, which is very possible. It's doable. Can move from 1 Satoshi to 10 Satoshi. But many people, when it moves from 1 Satoshi to 10 Satoshi, they see that it has not done well. I'm waiting for it to reach 20 or 50. You are just being stupid. What are you talking? What are you waiting for there? Is it your fatherland? What are you waiting for? 1 Satoshi move to 5. I'm done. Just like what I was doing to, you know, credit, you know, buy at 3 GUI and it go to 6 GUI. That's 100%. Then I pick it up. Then sometime to 5 GUI. I pick it up. And then somebody said, no, I'm waiting for it when it's 20 GUI. Ah, shit. It doesn't really make any sense. There's no connection. So when you come to CoinsBit, everything you do here is politics. No permanent friend, no permanent enemy. So once you have traded a coin, especially when it's still up, then wait for it to crash entirely. But like this price now of this GST is a total crash. Something that I've done 100. The CP is a total crash. Then sometime if you have bought the coin and it crashed on you, thank God some of them still do invest box. Go and keep it on invest box. Like I bought a particular volume of this CP one time, and then the coin now crashed on me, but it was still from my profit. I think I was using my wife account to do it. At about 9,000, about 9,000 of the coin. You know what I just did? I said, no problem. You people are really, really fantastic. 9,000, yeah, I will check now. I just went to their invest box quietly and pushed the coin. Okay. Yeah, I pushed the coin to their invest box. Thank you. Look at it. I mean, 9,000 was leased on their invest box. I think they say it's 1%, something. I just don't want particular percent. Is it 1%? I don't know. I forgot it. Let's do something like that. Okay, 1%. Okay. So from 9,000, it's already how many thousand? 20,250. Look at my sentiment. Once I see it has doubled the volume of the coin already, if I check the invest box, is the coin still available on the invest box? That's my first factor. I will check. Yes, they are still available. Okay, from 1 CP to 1 million or 100 million, I wouldn't know. So what am I supposed to do? Simple. In fact, I need to do that tomorrow after collecting tomorrow profit. I come back here. You remember what I bought was 9,000 of their coin, of this coin. Very expensive. So now it has produced 20,000. By tomorrow, I'm going to close this. I'll close this and then take 10,000 or 10,500, because by tomorrow it should be 10,500 or something. So 10,500. I will come here on the trade. Okay. I will come here on the trade and look for CP. Look for CP, okay. There we go. Okay. So I'll look for CP, okay. And what am I going to do to CP? I will check the price at which I bought CP that time and set my at least 3 different prices. Now, maybe if I bought it at 50 Satoshi, first price I can set for like 70 Satoshi, second price like possibly 80 and 100. I will leave it there. So anytime, because it can do this, their magic. CP. Okay. So it can still return this magic. It's going to return this magic. It may not do as tall as this or as tall as this. So it may do 50%, 50 MA of it, 3,000 something. So, and I've set my own at 100 or 200 as the case may be if I check how much I bought it and then I keep it there. Now, the moment the spike happened, I've made profit on this. If I had the remaining 10,000 I keep here and the market crash again, the remaining fraction I return here can be there till thy kingdom come. If I see that the spike was still very phenomenal, that may be possibly doing 2-3x of how much the rate at which I bought it, I close the nonsense invest box and push their coin to them and collect my BTC. If I see that my BTC is reasonable, I vomit it out of this place and take it to where it should be doing other things that my mind will be at rest. Not that I say I don't trust all those exchange, but all those new exchange, one must be very careful about them so that you don't wake up one day and then speaking English. And so I don't need to, I think I've done something like that. Yeah, you can see. I think I have kept part of the coin that I set for sale. So like the GST, I think it was the GST I did like that. So every coin you do here is for scalp. Don't swing here. You see some nasty percentages, 384%. Like that, they are coin they are giving people now free. Just watch. Once they list, I think that say by the distribution will finish by May or whichever month. Once they list, they're going to pump them. They will pump it. So as they pump it, just dump it to them. You know, just dump it to them. So if you see that you buy more of the coin, oh, okay. Wow. Okay. So if you see that you buy more of the coin, as at the time they just launch, and they get it pumped, sell everything. Don't even leave any fraction. You leave any fraction, you're going to regret it. Because after they pump, they'll be pumped to like, let's say 2,000 Satoshi. Just imagine a coin that's pumped to 2,000 Satoshi. May still come down and be revolving around 10 Satoshi, 5 Satoshi. Then you imagine when it was 2,000 Satoshi. You ask yourself, why was I even holding this coin? I will have sold off all the nonsense. So if I'm still interested in doing some magic with them, I can just take little money out of the profit now, buy, lump sum of the coin, and then follow whatever thing they are doing there. So please, every coin you are trading on CoinsBit, please let it be for scalping. Don't swing here. Don't swing on CoinsBit. Just scalp, make your money. But once you have made your profit, withdraw it back to your wallet or take it back to Binance where you need to trade more, and then that's just the basics, So please I don't keep money. Once I make any money, any profit on CoinsBit, I pull it out to my other exchange so that I trade it up there. So that's just the basics. Okay. Oh shit! This guy is wicked. Fresh. Okay, so that's just it. So do we have any questions? Or I know sometimes we may encounter some issues while trying to I know what killed many of us is still the psychology of looking at, some will say, what if I sell now and the market can't go up? What will I do? And that's why we said every of your holding coins, make sure you have fraction of them that you are not even looking at all. Because you don't need to look at them frequently. Like I use the example of Some chain link I bought at 14,000 Satoshi, 15, 16,000 Satoshi. Some fraction of them are still where they are. I didn't touch them. And so link have gone to 50,000 Satoshi, come down, doing that. So if you look back at the long-term view of that coin now, you know I'm in good profit, you know. And so that's why I told somebody, I say, why will I sell a coin that worst case scenario in the next 1 or 2 years, I'm expecting it at least at $100. So $3, $4 is not money yet. And so I can keep it. But the only advantage I would do, because that's another thing everybody must take into cognizance, is that a coin that is a strong coin, like some of our primary coins that on holding, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Neo, XRP, and all of that. Once you, the portion of them you are swinging or scalping, okay? The portion of them that you are swinging, once, let's say you are swinging Link, okay? Let's use Link as a practical example. You're swinging Link. Maybe for the first time, you bought Link. This is chain Link. Link, I think Link is pure. So let's say for the first time, you bought Link at how many dollars? You bought Link at $1.94. And then you bought how many volume? You bought 500 Link. So that's about $970. Okay, Link move up to $2.7. You have slashed your Link into two, possibly keep 40% and trading 60%. So you're trading 300 units. So when you sell 300 units, you have 810. Link came back again to 2.2. Okay, you're using $810 to buy. $810 to buy. You've been able to have 368 Link. Okay. Now, what you do is logically take off 68 and add to that your 200 you were keeping. Then when Link spike up again to, let's say, the 3 points, $3.12, you are selling 300 units. Okay, and then you come back again. When Link comes down to 2.45, so you're buying with 900 and, okay, you're buying with $936. So you have 382. Take this 82 and add to that you're holding, which means 200 plus 60, that's 260 plus 80 something. So that's about 300 something. Then you continue, maybe the last spike, you sold at $4.5. So $4.5, that is $1,350. Now, you are now still waiting by now, okay? You are still waiting. This guy, still come down now, I beg. Come and hit this place. Come on, hit, this is the next support is here. So you say, no, come back to the next support, down $2.2. Somebody will say it's not possible. Very, very possible. Very, very possible, you know? Very, very over possible. You understand?
Yeah,
I remember when it was 7,000 Satoshi, and then I told somebody I was waiting for it at 24,000 Satoshi. He said, no, which guy wishing you are? I said, I'm not wishing it at the markets. Would they wait? And eventually the guy landed at 23,000 Satoshi. And I told him, I said, I bought my Link. He said, I'm a winch. I said, it's not a winch matter. You know, you meet somebody who is interacting with something, and now maybe you are now buying back, with 1,000, of course, you know, all these coins, like the primary coin you are holding and swinging, should not be part of the place you want to eat food. Please, that's another thing that will help us. Swing and holding should not be part of the place you want to eat food at all. You can do scalping, and when you just hit some boom, maybe you can take part of it and reserve it for your eating food. And I have told us the strategy you should use. Your Binance, that is, especially those of us using Naira, Nigeria, for instance, use your Binance that is verified. Sometimes you have some careless 50,000, 100,000 in your bank account. Just use your card and swipe it to Binance. What are you going to buy? Buy BTC or BNB to Naira. Just face that one and say, oh boy, you and Naira now get work to do. I remember I bought some with Naira recently now. And so, yes, I think, okay, my main account. So just imagine now, CBNB. The last BNB I sold when I was doing an experiment for somebody, I sold it at 9,200 Naira. 9,200 Naira. There you go. BNB is down at 6,800 and something Naira. So let's say the person is buying it down. CBTC is 3.2. Still going to come down maybe to 3 million or 3.1. At least 3.1 or 3 million. So let's say you're able to buy at 3.2. And this guy go back to whatever fraction you are buying. Remember, you may not buy one whole one. Then, but if you are bringing your 100K to this place, sorry, NGN, BTC, so that you don't model things. So any money you are keeping in your real asset, don't let it be the money you'll be looking for how to eat food from. Okay, so let's say you're buying BTC now when it's 3.1 million Naira. So look at it. So you should know that 3.1 million, 3 million. And so you can see why I'm saying I'm expecting it down more. So 8,004. So if we come to 8,003, so you can say let's use 3 million for instance. So I'm not mistaking the whole thing. So that's a 3 million. There you buy worth of 100K. Worth of 100K would be this. And when the guy man move here to 3.6, or possibly it will go up more than the last price. Last price was 3.7 million, almost 3.8, 3,790,000. So let's say 3.9 million. So that's 10,600. So we're expecting, that means the next spike to the all-time high cycle, we're expecting about 4.2 million. Something around this place, okay? Now, if that's the case, let's say, guy, forget that addition. So cut it by 4 million. That's about almost $11,000. There you go. You now have 0.033333. That's 130 something thousand. Man, if when anything just happens, you can liquidate everything and use it for what you want to use it for, and continue what you're doing. Somebody can look at what interval. What are you talking about interval? This guy have been doing this thing just this year now. You see what it has done. You can collect it. Now, once you convert it to your Naira, you just leave it in your back office because sometimes there may be a sharp drop that you just buy back. So you may divide the money into two and just set one so that if there's emergency, just convert it to, not even need to convert it to BTC again. Sorry, forgive me. Just wire it to your local bank account. You just push the money and then enjoy yourself. So please don't model the money you want to use to buy Maggi and salt to your holding and swinging position. Please, it will help you more. Because if you do that, you are likely going to be, God forbid, you're going to be doing nearly there but never there. Because once you are pressed down, you liquidate everything, even at the bearish market. It does not work that way. to plan yourself, and so it will help us a lot. So ladies and gentlemen, you have a questions, and then you can ask so that we can find a way to come together.
Good evening, sir.
Hello, Tunu.
Good evening, sir. The master.
You are needed at the headquarters.
I'm very much present, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Sir, please go back to that Binance on how to use this stop order, limit order, and then in case if maybe you're already running on loss and you want to set it on that limit order to, in case if the loss is going against you, it can stop that. How to use that limit order? That's my question.
You're talking about stop. I don't use it, because I use it on I use stop loss more on margin trade because I know that I can easily be liquidated. Here, I'm not going to be liquidated, so there is no point actually for me here. But if I must use it, just click on this stop limit, and you are now going to, because what it means here is that once you click on the stop limit, okay, and this is the limit at which you want it to get to, okay, which let's say, please, BTC is going to drop anything less than 3.5, maybe when it was still going up at 3.7 million. See, anytime, so the price you want it to be executed that is the limit, that's what you're going to put a stop, say 3 million, 3.5 million, and maybe 3.4 million. It's actually going to execute this, all right? It's going to execute this, but you have to put it differently. 3.5, 3.8, and what volume? Maybe all your BTC, 0.05. Now, what you have done invariably here is a stop loss. So when BTC is pulling back, maybe you're not there, and as at the time you get to around this place now, around this place, it will cut off from the market. It will sell it to Naira, or if it's USDT, it will sell it. When you use this stop limit here, sometimes some people were afraid that if I use it now, won't it sell? Since the market, the price I'm putting is below. No, it's not going to sell. The price will never trigger until it gets to this price, 3.5. So if you want to use it, you have to click on, if you click on the question mark, it's going to show you, say, a stop limit order is an order to buy or sell an action once the price reaches a specified price. So the price at which you place it at is when it's going to trigger. So that is stop loss. So if now the market is above what you set, now the market is 3.3 or it's even 3 point something now, and we're expecting that it may still drop or it may not still drop. Say, I better go. I know if you go. Then sometime while you are doing that is you have missed out of selling up, and you don't want the situation where it dips so much and you put the stop limit this way. And maybe it must have been sold for you at this 3.5. And you must be smart anyway. Once that has happened, that's sold for you, always make sure you come to the market to check if they have sold for you, number one. And two, because the essence of the stop limit is that don't weigh my money down so much. So let me still cut off from this stage so that it now drop further. Let's say later, it dropped further to 2.8 million. Then you should know, or even if you don't know that it's going to drop, but you know the range it may drop to, you have come to the market and saw that, market got to 3.5 million, 3.6 million, and they cut me off from the market. That means the money is in USD or in Naira. Then you can use that money now and leave the stop limit and not come to normal limits, and now come back and said, I want to buy BTC when it comes to 2.9 million. When it comes to 2.9 million. So that your market they've cut you off from. you now have to use that money and place market so that when it drops. So as at that time, you are going to see your BTC increase because they cut you off from 3.5 and then you are now using it to buy the market back at 2.9. So you see your BTC increase. So where you are using that stop loss is this place. You click this place and the price at which you want it to trigger is the one you put on top here. And then the other one, lesser price, is what to put in the limit. Then, if it's not all your market, you want to put the stop loss, you can set the same way and all of that. That is the stop limit.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Yeah, any other question? Anybody?
Yes, I have one. Good evening, sir.
Captain, I hope you packed that ship very well.
Anyway, I'm back. I'm in PH now. I'm back, sir. So a quick one. I know I came in very late. That's because of a whole lot of issues I was trying to manage my space with. Okay. So please, just one thing I want to beg. Please, can this video be posted after this training? And the other one, the previous one we had, because it actually helped me a lot to go through it by myself and do a whole lot of stuff and a whole lot of areas around my own space. So if this can be posted, and the last one, the previous one, it was really, really insightful. Thank you, sir.
Okay, yeah, I'll get it posted. I'll get it posted after. It will be posted.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
All right, I have a question.
Okay.
I'm not quite, I'm not quite clear.
Okay.
I'm not quite clear with the first part of the discussion. Okay, you said when we buy the coins, then we sell, then we take profit, move to USD. As the price goes up or down, we collect. I'm really not clear about that.
Okay, now this is it. Let's say in the market now, let me use this guy. Let me go to BitForest. Okay, let me use BitForest as an example. Now I'm doing this BitForest now, right? BitForest I've just bought at 6,310 Satoshi. Okay, now I bought BitForest at 6,310 Satoshi. And right now it's about 6,541 Satoshi. It's actually good. It's actually trying to break out, but we don't know. It may break out because it's creating a pattern. And now, if it goes to 7,300 thereabout, that should be about 10%, if I'm not mistaken. So if we go to about 8,300 thereabout, that should be about 20%, if I'm not mistaken. All right. So if that happens, or let's say just like, let me use it like this. I bought it at $6,300 Satoshi, and now let's say, hey, Felix, I want to sell it at 8,600 Satoshi. Okay, and I say 100%, and then I click sell. Okay. Okay. All right, good. Now, if it gets sold at 8,600 Satoshi, that should be about 22 or 21% thereabout. So if I've done that, the first step of your trade, because in crypto, the difference between your crypto and Forex is that in crypto, you are trading two things. What are the things? Number one, the asset, which is the coin you are trading, which is maybe a Beam, Link, or whatever coin you buy, against BTC is asset to asset. If it's one you buy is one. If it's two, you buy is two. If it's three, you buy is three. So it's asset to asset. Now, the first 20% I may do from 6,310 Satoshi to 8,600 Satoshi. If the 20 or 21% I'm doing is actually increasing the volume of my Satoshi. Look at it now. Look at it here. Let's say this 6,310 Satoshi. Let's say you bought 1,000 beam or 200 beam. So you bought 200 beam at this, right? And that is 0.126 BTC, for instance. You bought it, and then you said, I want to sell that same volume. Oh, 200, 0.01, 0.012 something. Now, there you go. You now say, I'm going to sell it at 8,600. If that's the case, 200, you can see now. Now, that means it eventually sold for you here. Can you see the difference?
Yes, yes, yes.
So that means you have made profit. Yes, fine, there's no doubt you've made profit. But there's still more profit to be made. What is the profit? As at the time you are selling off here, BTC was preparing to go up. Possibly when you sold, BTC was still about $8,000 or $7,000. Now, but you have made profit from Beam to BTC, which means your Satoshi have increased from 0.0126 to 0.0172. That's a good profit. That's a good profit. Now, the second opportunity for you that say you've not concluded your trade is that the market now break out. So this is the asset market. The same thing on Binance. The same thing on Binance. Look at it. The same thing on Binance. This is the asset market. When you click the pair, and then you come to BTC. So every coin paired with BTC you buy, you sell is asset to asset, okay? And after you have sold, every asset you buy, you are selling it back to BTC. Now, the moment BTC move up, you know, then you come to fiat market, which is the USDT. You can see Binance is just improving every day by day. Now, they made it easy. They know that people used to talk fiat. Can you see now they put it? Instead of putting USDT now, they say fiat. We have so many, the coins that are fiat on trading of crypto, we call them stable coins. So if I click on fiat now, so you're going to see stable coins. What are stable coins? USDT, True USD, even your Mr. Naira is there as the fiat, okay? Now, so, and then you still have other currency, like South African rands, you're going to see them there, okay? So maybe somebody
is GB there?
Yes.
Okay.
GB has been added. I was checking it the other day. I'll check it. I think it was added. About how many new fiat was added? A lot of them was added, and so now. So here, as your trade has not been concluded, as at the time you sold this coin Beam, you've made profit of 20% by moving your coin from 0.012 to 0.017. Now, you come to USDT market. In the case of Binance, now the latest you do, you come to fiat. So in the fiat, you know, your money is now in BTC, okay? Now your profit, both the capital and the profit is in BTC. So you click on BTC/USDT.
Okay.
So as you click on BTC/USDT, you are not buying BTC, you are selling BTC towards to USDT, okay? Or to Naira or to whatever. Now, the same thing on BitForex, the profit you have made, you must, so you must click on USDT and you now say, okay, this is BTC. What am I doing? I want to sell my BTC. Okay? If you look at it now, as at the time you have sold your Beam, to BTC, you have made actually 20% or 21%. But if you look at that your Beam, how much is the worth of that your Beam in USDT? of that your BTC profit, 0.017 2 something thereabouts, I think, or 6 something, I don't know, around this. So that means that your money right now is worth how much? $154. Now, if it's $154 and BTC is now going up, and then eventually get to where it got to before taking down to this place now, 10,400. And sometime on the forum we say BTC may hit this and start rebounding and start taking a reversal. You've heard it on our forum, maybe on Bill with me, that okay, BTC may get to 9,500, 10,000, 10 this. Don't always look at the highest we say. Look, take the average. If we say, okay, BTC may get to 10,500, just use sentiment to say, what if you don't get there? Say, what if na 9.7 you do? Okay, let me go. That's why we say ladder sell. You now come here. You have 0.0176 BTC. You say, okay, Oga BTC, when you get to 9,007, I want to sell 50% or even all. Let's say all. But most time I advise people, I say ladder, place your price. I can set 50% of that 0.176 and set at 9,007 and sell the remaining one maybe at 10,200. But assuming you are selling it at this rate now, so 0.0176. Can you see the money? So the money, rather than 154, is going to be how much? 170. So you place sell. Now, immediately you get to 9.7, they have sold for you. BTC never stopped there. It got to 10, it got to 10.2, and even enter 10.5. So when at 10.2, you'll be agitated. We to say I still live on. The money for pass now. You now be checking that, okay, look at 10,200, 10,200. The thing will have been close to 180. A lie, forget it. You have sold, forget about the whole thing. Now, you are now waiting. So if you have sold to this, that your money, you have concluded your trade. It's not all the time. I said every time the spike happens, move your money to a safety net, which is the USDT. What does USDT do for you? We say stable coin. It stabilizes that your money. If BTC let it come down to $1, that your money will be there, stampede.
Okay, get it now.
So now, but you don't now forget it there. So your second responsibility after the market have now start coming down, like what I've just done recently. You now say, just like the information I was giving, I say, me, I've set my prices at 9,150, 8,890, and I'm expecting more drop. But I've set some prices waiting, and they still keep some money waiting. So it came back now, and it has bought some for me at that prices. So let's say now you are now taking this your $170 back. Remember what you sold to $170 was this. Your actual profit before was actually this, now, and then you left it there. If BTC now come down to $7,000, right? To $7,000. So that your money that is 154, you are going to see it at 123. And let's assume that's the time you need money, but it was 154 you saw. So what best will I have done? Now that BTC is at 8,000, let's say $8,800, you carry this your money, 174 or $170, and say I want to buy BTC. $170. You can see it's going to buy how many BTC? 0.193 BTC. It has increased that your BTC from 0.17. Okay? Now, this could be now that maybe the coin you traded before has now come down again. You can go ahead and still use this your BTC to buy the coin. If you refuse to come down, no issue. You can still return it back here and say, okay, when BTC go back, since they say the next cycle we're expecting is above 11,000 or thereabout, and when you get to 11,000, sell for me. How many BTC am I selling at that time? I'm converting 0.193 BTC. So you will have seen the money at how much? $212. So that's why we said, if you have not moved it to USDT, your trading is not completed.
Thank you very much. I really get it now. Thanks.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I appreciate this teaching this night.
You are blessed, Mama.
Sir, because to say the fact, I saw my whatever going up.
Okay.
I didn't know what to do about it until it came down
again. and that was down. How she gave back all her profits.
Truly, this teaching there, I don't know, it has really added. So in short, I was really sleeping though, but
you come and pay me $100, so
yes, so
for asking the question.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So I have a question.
Go ahead.
Good evening, sir.
God bless you.
Blessing our female forum we get today. We no come hear the voice of all those people. I mean, they don't sleep. Make I no talk. Yeah. I don't fight up. Make I no talk. Sir, please, you always mention. Men are no voice. I just don't hear the voice now. That's why. I hope Dr. Dami is still awake. Sir, please, you always mentioning a coin completing a cycle. I don't know what it means by coin completing a cycle. Sometimes you always come to the forum and tell us, this one has completed the cycle, is doing this. This one has completed the cycle, is doing this. So please, throw more light on that, sir.
A cycle is just a cycle. Yeah, fine. There are more to interpretation of a cycle, or there are more to what bring about a cycle. Ordinarily, in the normal algorithm of most coins, right? The normal algorithm of most coins, taken from, don't worry, you guys will still get to the level where you learn some of those jargon. But what is important is that learning those jargon, using it to make money, is very, very important for us. So a cycle simply means the level at which a strength of a coin is lost or is taking another strength, which simply means support and resistance. Okay? Resistance up, support down. So, and most time in the market, I tell people, somebody will say, I'm reading the candlestick and say, oh boy, see, it's the behavior of somebody somewhere that bring about the candlestick pattern. Market is more manipulated, okay? Market is being manipulated more often. And that's why you see that if you are doing margin trading, those people do margin trading, like the last spike or the last drop of BTC, we have over how many $1 million? Over $100 million later in 2 hours on BitMEX. My twin brother called Baba Ijebu. He said, I don't go to Baba Ijebu. I don't have time for all those. I will see my face and face Baba Ijebu face to face, Kalo. I'm not interested. Where my money, they burning like fire, and I cannot do anything. Now, that's why I tell people, I said, if you're going to margin trading, is where they have to be very keen about all these things. So cycle simply means a support and a resistance of a coin. And that was what I told you. I said 4 things are very paramount right from the one we start trading. I said the supports, the resistance, the volume, and the price. Support, resistance, volume, price. Now, price, why is it so significant? You don't trade coins that already have so much higher, Satoshi, because it will take you longer time to make profit unless you want to keep it on holding. So every time I say a coin has completed a cycle, sometimes a coin form a pattern. What's a pattern? What's a pattern? If you look at it now, let me show you. Okay, so a pattern like this, okay, this is a trend, what BTC have done so far. Let me take another coin. I think I saw a coin that created a very fantastic trend. Okay, let me take iron. Oh, this guy. Jeez. This guy is wicked.
Real wicked though. This time.
You know, buy.
I buy.
Okay. So now, it didn't even create a pattern per se. Okay, but I can still use this. Now, a coin gets started and creates this. Look at first green, second green, third green. So that's a trend and a pattern. It didn't just do this. This is not good. This candlestick can make a lot of people FOMO. This is why people FOMO. They FOMO a lot here. And this does not take longer time. It can do this is the best because it won't go so fast, but it will be doing it gradual. But some people fail to get into such coin when it's still down. It is when they say, oh my God, it has gone up, oh, let me buy. No, wait for it. If you look at iron has given a lot of profit for the past, since beginning of this month. Up, look at it here, from 1,118 Satoshi up to another resistance of 1,500, then 1,200 and something up to 1,400 plus, 1,226 to up almost 1,500 again. And it dipped again down like a crash to 1,064. Then it consolidated for a while, just do what it thinks, then move on and on. Then it now creates a pattern here. This actually is like about 3 cycles. This one up and created a resistance and dropped very well. If a coin didn't drop well, that's not a complete cycle. It dropped very well. But most time, a coin that is doing a trend may not necessarily go back to the previous price. You know, that's where you talk about this 50 EMA, 200 EMA, and all of that. Some coins, especially Bitcoin last year maintained like 55 days, 53 days cycle. That's almost 2 months to go up and come down. It may take the next 1 month to be consolidating, the second month to spike, or take the first month to spike, taking the next month to consolidate and eventually drop. That is, you know, a cycle. Now, iron now make the third, this is the first, the second, the third. And now it has actually done the fourth. In this month alone, drop again from here and then come down to this place. This cycle, what I was actually expecting on this cycle last was, I said 1,900. 1,900. And this guy eventually crossed 1,900 to 2,000. So just imagine somebody who had bought it as low as 1,300 Satoshi, and there you go, it goes to 2,000. That's about 70%. That's about 70%. So cycle means both the support and resistance of where the coin is weak in power, and he said, man, I'm going. And what is making it weak in power? People think they are already in profit, they are selling off and collecting their money back. So the cycle is over. So it's going to take another downtrend. And to take another uptrend is another cycle. Okay?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
You
sir.
get it, eh? And
Very well, sir.
you may not necessarily reach to the finishing of that cycle for that period. Okay? You may not necessarily finish it. What I normally tell people is that just look at your profit level. Okay? Like me now, I was not interested in selling anyway of iron, but if I had wanted selling, I might have sold at 1,900 Satoshi. But if Paraventure had sold at 1,900 Satoshi, you can now see that by now I will have been battling because I can't buy at 1.6. So I may have to come down to like 1,350, expecting maybe, but he's still getting angry. That's so much energy because what costs is now, anytime you are looking at the coin that you have sold and you want to buy back, be looking at the 24 hours volume. Is he aggressively adding more volume? If he's aggressively adding more volume, don't buy. Don't buy, but the coin will still go up. Wait for it until when it's tired. Okay? Then you can now say, okay, let me buy back. And so, but if you have made some profit, you just wait and see the coin coming down the more before you buy. But spike like this, you don't even need anybody to tell you that you should sell. A vertical spike is a must you sell. If you don't sell, no vertical spike that don't take a drastic pullback, either by pattern or a vertical pullback. If it was pump, it's going to take a vertical pullback. If it was an organic growth and it was just overbought that caused this vertical pullback, it would develop a pattern like this, like what Chainlink did the other day. Where's this guy? Very funny guy. So what he did, after the a kind of trend, then you can see when blah, 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 and then it was supposed to break down to at least 30, 32, the last support. I don't know where this guy got another extra energy from. And then, now, but what I'm looking at is that if this next candle, because I will tell people, once a fall in the market is going and consistently creating first red candle, second red candle, third red candle, if you are on profit, take profit from there and wait for the coin to come down before you buy back. If not, that coin must fall. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Good. You good?
We are waiting for this Chainlink.
I dey wait for her, no be small. You know where to reach me, sef.
I'm worried. Thank you, sir.
So any other questions, anybody? There are no questions? Well, I'm not waiting for Chainlink. I don't even like it.
It's too expensive, Joe.
Doctor, is it what?
Chainlink don't dey too expensive for boys.
I don't even like it, sir.
Oga. I don't like
it.
Where you get bullion van of Chainlink. Why you go like that? Where you and DY don't become bullion van of Chainlink. Why you go like that?
No, everyone does not like Chainlink.
The boys are still waiting. When we don't carry them like a bullion, when we don't carry them like now, we go relax.
Abio.
So let's go and take note of some of those coins. Of course, we've always have those primary, secondary coins and scalping, and just for us to perfect our pattern.
Close the door, Biko.
Just for us to perfect our pattern and ensure that we're able to arrive at something concrete over time. So we'll be fine. So if I'm able to, of course, if I'm able to check some other, of course, a lot of coins, and we just need to wait to see a consolidating level of BTC, and but some funny coins will be spiking up anyhow if BTC can consolidate for a while, and then you can take advantage of them. And, okay, so you have a nice rest, and we'll see some of those other coins that we need to start the review, and we'll see what to buy on. And but for me, I bought I may buy more for BIM over time, and so it's gonna spike. Thank you, everybody. Have a nice time.
Noted,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Yes, sir.